Welcome to No Nonsense Guy SA.
I just wanted to talk to you today a little bit about things that have been happening. And, is it a cleanup or a cover-up or, Cyril's finally wielded his axe. But I mean, you know how it goes. So, ladies and gents, fellow South Africans and, lend me your ears, especially those of you that are still trying to find sense in the circus that we call government. So welcome back to the No Nonsense Guy SA. I'm Warren Herald, and here we report the news without spin, no sugarcoating, or the ANC's press team whispering sweet nothings in our ear. So today we ask, has President Cyril Ramaphosa finally grown a pair of spine, or is he just tidying the mess under the ANC carpet before the coalition knocks on the door? So let's get straight into it. First up, we talk about a gent called Andrew Chauke. Okay, now you may not know him, but he's been suspended, rightfully so, and finally he's been suspended. Yes, the long-serving Director of Public Prosecutions in Gauteng, Mr. Andrew Chauke, has been suspended by President Ramaphosa. And not because he suddenly misplaced a docket. No, that would be standard practice. Well, one would think, right? This time it's for allegedly failing to prosecute high-profile corruption cases. And specifically, his controversial decision not to prosecute EFF leader Julius Malema. Julius, back in the day. Remember that? Ratanang Family Trust? The millions? You don't? Well, that's okay. Neither does the NPA, apparently. But here's the kicker. Ramaphosa acted only after the NDPP Shamila Batoy, recommended an inquiry into Chauke's conduct. Translation, Cyril wouldn't have budged if the house wasn't already on fire. So, bravo, Mr. President. Nothing's his leadership like reluctantly doing the right thing 3 years too late. And Chauke? Oh, well, he's been suspended with pay because in South Africa, incompetence is apparently a pension plan. Next, we look at the woman we all loved to hate. Picture a government minister answering questions with much disdain whilst feasting on a piece of KFC. We're speaking about none other than Nobuhle Nkabane. The exit nobody saw. Coming for years. Let's talk about Dr. Nobuhle Nkabane, the now former Minister of Higher Education. She has finally been removed, and not because she introduced an education policy that worked. No, she's been kicked out after the DA threatened to block her department's entire budget, unless Ramaphosa showed her the door. Isn't that interesting? Turns out, Nkabane allegedly helped rig board appointments in favor of ANC cronies. Never, I hear you say. Who would have thought? Nepotism in the ANC? Shocking. Next you will tell me the sky is blue and Eskom is broke. But here's what makes this deliciously hypocritical. Cyril only acted after political pressure from the opposition and fears of the appropriations bill being torpedoed. If the coalition government was a marriage, this was the sleep on the couch sign or sign the divorce papers moment. Her replacement? Well, her Deputy Minister Buti Manamela, which some say is like replacing a crack pipe with a slightly bent one. Oh, and Nomusa Dube Ngube gets the deputy spot because the ANC in politics there's always room for more reshuffling. Sorry, there's always room for more reshuffling than a blackjack table in Vegas. So what's really going on here, my peeps? This isn't a cleanup. This is political window dressing before things fall apart. Let's be honest, folks. Ramaphosa is less of a president and more of a caretaker, tidying up just enough to stop the coalition government from burning down the furniture. We're not watching a reformist at work here. We're watching a man duct taping a damn wall. The ANC didn't wake up last week and suddenly decide, ooh, corruption is bad. What happened is that the DA, the IFP, and other coalition partners called the bluff. And Cyril knew he'd be left standing in the political wilderness if he didn't act. So he sacrificed a few pawns to protect the king, and not even very cleverly. So, my final thoughts. Andrew Chauke gone, well, for now. Nkabane dumped, at last. But let's not confuse desperation for discipline. South Africans deserve better than leaders who act only when the political gun is pointed at their heads. This has been the No Nonsense Guy SA. I, of course, am Warren Herald, your No Nonsense Guy, and I call it like it is. When incompetence finally gets you fired, it's not reform, it's reputation management. So, no spin, no fluff, just facts, fury, and the occasional facepalm. I'll catch you next time. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. My last video had, I think it was 4,299 views. And I've only got like 13 followers. So please hit the subscribe. All that does is it notifies you when I post a video. It's not like it's going to give me R5 a month or anything like that. That's not what subscribe does. Okay? If you like it, it also shows me and it helps me with the algorithms. But most importantly, please subscribe to the channel and share with your friends that might not be exposed to my somewhat strange reporting. You take care, God bless, and remember, use the brain that the good Lord gave you.